It's very, very easy to go about your day focused principally on what it is that you've got to do through your agencies, through your organizations. And sometimes, it has us doing this. When almost every time we come into contact with many of these families, it's never just one issue. And whole people have complex lives and complex situations.
What types of psychological contracts am I establishing with my workforce? What kinds of things am I building and creating that is allowing for people to feel more emotionally and psychologically safe?
When we first heard about the idea of this Children's Summit a couple of years ago, WCTV was all on board because we think one of the greatest things about Tallahassee is it's a family-friendly city. I feel like there's like a wave where people are like, we really need to make our community and our workplaces more family-friendly to keep and retain the kind of people who are going to make this community a quality place to live.
In 2015, there was only one day, just the Children's Summit, and now it's progressed into multiple days, and I'm really, really excited about that.
My hope with this whole thing is that instead of just handing over a business card, you're now going to be able to really give full detail and understand where you're sending a family and actually having options to send those families to.
The issues that we're talking about and that you're working on are outcomes driven, right? So we're going beyond ideology.
Programs like this create those opportunities that people can let their child walk in and experience quality early learning that then they can walk away from and say, they get it.
It's a great opportunity for the frontline workers of human service agencies to come together, hear about some other service agencies, and be able to connect with each other and learn more about the services that they often connect their clients to.
The reason it's important for local leaders, specifically our elected officials, to put on this kind of conference is that they create the environment where the people capable of providing solutions can come together.
Tallahassee is a very unique city that caters to students, and when students come in, we want them to be able to stay because we're family oriented.
One thing we've learned is to focus in on the employees and their families, and so the fact that the Tallahassee is sort of at the cutting edge right now of really emphasizing the importance of this is really critical to growing our businesses here in Tallahassee.
This type of work environment where an employee feels valued and cared for, less absenteeism, better attitude, better morale.
When you're sitting there talking to a young child, their brain is in an unfinished state. 90% of the physical brain structure of our children is set in place by age 3.
I was totally enthused to hear the successes and to hear teachers say things like, the reason I love it here is because I get to teach, because I don't have to worry about whether the child's been fed or not, because we have food here.
If we just give people cards and books, but we don't talk to them about how to use them and when and why, it's like a diet. Everybody knows what's healthy. We don't necessarily learn the science that teaches us the importance.
If you provide a young person or a child the type of love and support and consistent interaction, you will be amazed what that child will do.
What can we do to get on the front end? Because right now, what we're doing isn't working. We take a kid in kindergarten and we talk about the achievement gap and we spend the next 12 years trying to close that gap, and frankly, we don't do a very good job. There's been a lot of talk, and talk is nice, talk is good, but it's time for action.